Hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Just Tom Talk. Now, as you can see in the background there, the very not discreet BMW S1000XR. Without any further ado, let's go on with this 6-minute review. Let's crack on. So I've got 2 minutes to quickly talk about how this bike came about then. So it comes from that absolutely beaut of an engine, the S1000RR, same one that's in the S1000R. And then, lo and behold, it pops up in the XR. Them crazy people at BMW, they decided that we'll take that manic engine, we'll pop it in an upright bike because the GS isn't enough for our market, and then we'll make it fun. That, by no stretch of imagination, is a sports bike in a sit-up-and-beg bike. And I'll go into the details in a bit, but it really does do everything. That one's the low seat model. I don't know how well you can see from this angle. I'm 5'8" with a low seat model on it. It's fine. On the normal model, having ridden it, it's fine. It's about 32 inches, I think, on the standard seat height. Weighs about 228 kilos. That's while it's wet. BMW tend to do the numbers with the fuel in the tank. How big's the fuel tank? It says 155 miles when you've filled it up to the brim. 2 up riding, a bit of touring, a little bit of fist every now and again. You're probably realistically looking at the same as my S1000R, about 120 mile. So it's ample. You're probably ready for a tiddle by that times. You're probably ready to get off and just have a leg stretch. So 120 mile is fine. Shares a lot of components with the S1000R and the RR. Main thing being that engine at 160 brake horsepower, but it's the mid-range grunt where it really comes into its own. It's easy to ride, it's nice and smooth, and it's got all the mod cons that you would expect on a bike as well. So it's got your quick shifters, it's got your heated grips, so you're making no sacrifices from wanting that sports bike engine, but to put it on something that's nice and comfy. So without any further ado, let's have a quick whiz around it, and I'll show you a few of the toys that are on it. Okay then, let's start at the front. She's not an ugly girl like my S1000R, is she? Yeah, she's a bit of a looker. It's got an aftermarket screen on it, brings it that little bit, and I must admit, 5'8", as you well know, I find that the wind goes over the top of my head there. It's a really good screen. It's a usable screen is the best way to put it. The handguards, they also do a fantastic job. I'm not sure if these have had aftermarket extensions put on them, but they tend to work. Rear view mirrors, they work. You don't find yourself dodging left and right to look through them. On the front of the bike, got to be quick because I've only got 2 minutes. It's got Brembo brakes either side. They do a fantastic job. I mean, look how big them discs are. Absolutely fantastic. Nice suspension again with ESP, and you can just see under there as well, it's got a dampener, and that makes it a fantastic job of keeping the bike stable once you're riding. On the front then, moving round, you've got all your gadgetry here. So you've got heated grips on this particular model, riding modes as well, so you can put it down to 130 brake. You can see there the revs. By the time you go up to 6.5, 7, you really notice on this bike it's got so much power. And then over in this department, there's more buttons than you could wish to play with, but you've got cruise control, you've got your emergency, you've got your suspension settings. So you put a passenger on the back, you press the button, it lifts it up a little bit more. And all manner of cruise control. We like cruise control. The system itself, exactly the same as my bike really, as the S1000R, but this has got a Scorpion can on it, and I have to say, Simon, who bikes this, he really takes pride in his bikes, and this is a really nice example. I'll fire it up at the end so you can hear it, but that can, it really does set it off, and it's like it was made for this bike. It's really, really good. Right, I know I've got to be quick, I've only got 10 seconds left. LED lights, they're nice back box, that does a job, doesn't look out of place on that. And it's got a chain, it's got no drive shaft on it. For all those that like drive shafts, I'm sorry, you're going to miss out here. But all in all, great bike. What I failed to mention is it's got a really good quick shifter on it. Up and down, nice and seamless, but can't knock it at all. So if you've not tried one of them, go try it on an XR, you won't be disappointed. Okay, so I've now got 2 minutes to wrap up this. What do I think of the engine? Come on, it's from an S1000R. It's absolutely stonking. They've changed the gearing, like I mentioned about that mid-range. It doesn't change it on this bike. It's more than ample when you're on that road. Boom, as soon as you get above 6.5, 7,000 revs, all the way up to 11, it just pulls like an absolute train. Now, you don't feel it the same as you do on the S1000R. Can't comment on the RR, but on the S1000R, with having no protection at all, it does feel like it's ripping your arms off. Doesn't quite feel the same on that. Feels a lot more controlled, and that's down to the fact as well, the fact that the suspension's a little bit longer. the whole bike is that little bit bigger, so it gives it that little bit more stability, but by no means is this bike sensible. If you want to ride this like an absolute a loon, and you're not wanting to be on a sports bike, maybe you can get in a bit older, or you just want something that you can do out with the mister or the missus, then this bike is perfect for that. So it's comfortable, it's got plenty of power, they brake well with having them Brembo brakes on the front as well, and it's just easy bike to live with. It's an absolute joy. I've only been out on it a few hours for today, and I must admit I'm really impressed with it. The seating position is nice. They've got a nice wide handlebar stance, so you've got to feel like you've got an awful lot of control over it. And with having the wind deflectors on the front, especially for your hands and for your face, it makes being on this bike an absolute pleasure. Now I know they just revised it in 2020. How that rides, I can't comment, but this is a 2017 bike. I would be more than happy to go out and spend money on this bike if I was looking for talk riding, but also wanted something that gave me a little bit of adrenaline and a little bit of fun at the weekend. This can do all that. You can take it on a track if you wanted to. It's got the settings for it, so you could go and take it out on a track. Overall, straight up 9 out of 10. Easy to recommend. If you're thinking of one, go and test ride one. You won't be disappointed. And before I finish, if you've not subscribed, please do so. If you're still here, thank you. Many don't. And I'm going to fire it up now, I think. Stand by. Typical fashion. I've got every Tom, Dick and Harry now walking by me. Without any further ado, let's fire up the Scorpion exhaust. It's an absolute treat. Stand by.